So yeah, this is just that little tag thing that's going round, the questionsy thing, started by Lizzie, Rosen Jones. Definitely worth checking out her page if you like the kind of posher fragrances in life, kind of bougie ones, ultra niche ones and such like. It's a great channel, and she has her own very good style of describing fragrances in a kind of story time, kind of takes it out of the box. It's not just a list of Fragrantica notes. So yeah, that's Lizzie, and this is this tag. Not much more to say about it. I'll just get cracking on with it. So yeah, the first question is, what's your most surprising discovery? And obviously we're talking recently, because I can't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, but more recently I tried Montree from Declutter. And obviously it doesn't surprise me that, the quality's there in the fragrance. What surprised me is that I actually quite liked it. And I would put the other one in, the green one that was before it. Can I remember what it's called? Come on, John. Montree, was it? No, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's kind of an ode to a dad, and it's got a lot of beautiful notes that I would like, and it's got some kind of floral element running through it. It's got quite a lot of greenness coming through it, but to me it's got this kind of spicy old school fougere kind of thing with it. It feels a little bit like kind of carnation in there with these kind of aromatic notes. It's just a very beautiful fragrance, and it wouldn't normally be something that I'd enjoy, but there's a few of these, maybe I'm getting more into them as I'm getting older, but there's a few of these more fougere ones that I'm starting to like, and it surprised me for that element. Anyway, so that's Montree from Declutter. My most worn spring scent is the next question, and come on, that's probably everybody already is shouting at me. Obviously it's Luna, Penhaligon's Luna. Don't need to say a lot about it, but we spoke so much about it. It's a mountain spring of fruits and flower petals on it, and it's very still and calm, as well as being refreshing. It gives you that kind of warm feel. It's just it's I'm trying to think of other Penhaligon. I like some Penhaligon fragrances, but I don't think I love one really comes close to this. And it's quite a simplistic fragrance, really. Nothing magnificent, and to me personally it's got a little bit of a peachy thing to it, which obviously I like. So yeah, my most worn spring scent is Luna from Penhaligon's. My most worn summer one is obviously always going to be a surprise, because I don't really have summer fragrances, do I? But it's State of Mind it's Secret of My Success from State of Mind. Now, if you've ever sniffed a fragrance, it's got a bit of cinnamon in there, and it's a tea fragrance predominantly, but there's also this kind of dark, sweeter, warmer grapefruit that kind of mixes with the tea. And to me, I find it incredibly refreshing. I wouldn't wear it on, them 40-degree days. Mind you, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, I don't think I wore anything, because, you can't be bothered to breathe in and out. It was that hot. To us in the UK, trust me, that's hot. So yeah, it's just the one that I happen to wear most, because I really enjoyed it. It's not... would it be a summer scent? Probably not. Maybe it is more of a sort of an early autumn scent. But yeah, that's a Secret of My Success from State of Mind. Next is the most anticipated autumn scent. It's tricky for me, because, well, and anyone I think who lives here in the UK, because the weather is just whatever the weather is. You can wear pretty much anything any time of the year. And normally it would be Noir de Noir, but I don't want to ever overdo that one. It's more of a special one. I think what I'm quite looking forward to is Angel Share from Killian. Again, it's one that pretty much wear wherever, but I'd like to wear it a bit more over the autumn, and it really suits that. That's that kind of, it's boozy, wood, cinnamon, brandy, kind of a little bit musky. It's kind of beautiful. It's got a little bit of fruitiness in the early stages, which I wish lasted longer, but from the kind of brandy notes. But it's an excellent fragrance. It's one of them that not everyone loves it, but I think it deserved the hype. I mean, the price is when you consider the one it's compared to, which costs a lot more. Yeah, I think Killian's much better. So that's for most anticipated autumnal scent. Next is your most gothic scent for Halloween. This Halloween, I'm gonna go for a smart, trendy vampire. A kind of interview with a vampire, kind of, dressed up, kind of Lestat kind of look. A bit smart. And for that, I'm gonna go for Dior Homme Perfume, which is, as we know, it's got a bit that Dior Homme original kind of DNA in it. It's got the leather. It's got an amped up leather. There's a little bit of rose, which not everyone can smell, but I definitely get that kind of that pink. Pinkness is like a dark pink, like a fuchsia pink. I think that's what it's called. And it's in and out of there, but it's definitely there. The iris is not as chocolatey. It's there. It's a bit petally and that, and then obviously there's the absolutely gorgeous musks. And it's just it's a really, when people say it's probably the best designer fragrance that's ever been made, I mean, that's a bit of, who can say that? But in terms of quality and uniqueness, I mean, it's a flanker, isn't it? But in terms of how we judge a fragrance, if you gave them marks for such and such, I can see this being up there. And for the price as well, it's always one of them that surprises me that it was never in the exclusives Privé line, because it's a step up from what we're used to. Not that there's anything wrong with designer fragrances or anything, and there are some hugely overpriced designer fragrances. There's Louis Vuitton, there's Tom Ford and such like, so it's not massively expensive. Anyway, I'm waffling. What the hell am I waffling for? For my possible Halloween fragrance is Dior Homme Parfum. Next is most ghosted scent. That's a tricky one to kind of interpret for me. Obviously, it won't be one that I'm not massively keen on in my collection, or that I wouldn't wear anyway. It'd be one, I suppose, most ghosted one you'd expect to be wearing more often. Tricky. I'm good. Do you know what? I'm going to say Rolling in Love, because I don't wear it as often as I should, and it's one of them. You know where it's so good, and you love it so much, you don't want to get bored of it, and you don't want to use it all up. So that's Rolling in Love. If you don't know Rolling in Love, it's kind of this kind of musky almond milk. There's a lovely tuberose running through it. It has that kind of, maybe it's from the almond, maybe it's a bit from the tuberose. It's like little cherry hints in the beginning, and it just dries down with all these musks, the magical ambrette and everything. It's like this snuggly, soft, sensually kissing up thighs and skin, and it's just a lovely one. So that's Rolling in Love from Killian, for my most ghosted scent. Next is what's the next perfume I'm going to declutter? Don't really do that, so I'm a hoarder. Let's say a fragrance that I've disliked the most, that's got a lot of hype. Why not throw that in? And I'm going to go for Mugler's Angel Nova. I mean, it's very loved. Lizzie loves it, so it's worth mentioning. It's horrifically sweet. It's like some jam you've scraped off a computer keyboard that's been electrified with 5 million tablespoons of sugar, and it's obnoxiously red, like you've been in a torture chamber and someone's shining a red light right in your face, but a bright red light. And it's got nothing to do with nature at all, and even more insultingly to me personally, it's got nothing to do with Angel at all. It's where things start going wrong for me. So for my most hated fragrance, next fragrance to declutter was Angel Nova from Mugler. So yeah, quick change of scenery there, sorry about that. Well, next is what will your next purchase be? tricky for me. Even though I've thought about this, there'll be some sample sets. I need to try the Freddie Albrighton things. I need to try the Ouds from Roja Dove before I make up my mind completely. Let's just put it this way. I own one and I bought one because it's a very beautiful fragrance. But in terms of uniqueness and wow factor for the, let's call them prices, is no. I want another Amouage. I'm just not sure which one yet. Like I say, I think Amouage could push Killian off its plinth for me. There's so many of them I like, so I'll keep my eyes open for one of them. But I think next, because Maison Violet have a new fragrance out, I'll be ordering the sample, and you know, to make the postage worth it, I may get a travel size of Nuit Bleu. I may even get a bottle. Who knows? Let's wait and see. So Nuit Bleu from Maison Violet is probably going to be my next purchase. Next is most desired on your wish list. Now this is one that, yeah, it's desired. It's probably not practical. And I saw a good deal on eBay, but even that was insanely expensive, and just didn't have the money at the time, and it would break my limit even at that price, never mind full retail price. But anyway, that's it's the Moon from Frederic Malle. For no apparent reason. I mean, you'd be looking at well over £100 for a travel size. They don't do a travel size of it. Whatever, just keep it exclusive, whatever. But oh, it's just one of the most beautiful fragrances I've ever smelled. Raspberry, rose, musks. It could be a nice greenness in there. I don't know the notes off the top of my head. It's probably a bit of cypriol, a bit of kind of darker woods. It's remarkably stunning, and I think it's that raspberry that's in it is the thing I love the most about it. But I think it retails 50ml about 400 quid or something mental like that, and obviously 100ml. Well, 100ml is just never going to happen, and I'd never wear it. That, you know, what's that, about 50 quid a spray? Nah, man. But yeah, that's the most desirable one on my wish list. If I ever see a sensible amount for a sensible price, I'll go for it. So Frederic Malle, the Moon. Most enjoyable release of 2022, because again my mind can't scan back to what the hell's been released this year and what I bought early on in the year. But I'll go for Burning Cherry from Chiali. I didn't buy it, it was a gift, it's only a little one, but actually it's really bloody nice. It's this cherry kind of burning incense with roses, woods, kind of warmness to it, the sweeter notes in there, but it's ultimately this burning red cherry and raspberry, and it's just really nice. And yeah, I've got no more to say about it. It's really nice and really kind of surprising. So yeah, that's my best release of 2022 so far, recently, because all I can remember. Most disappointing release of 2022. I don't know how many new ones I've smelt, and I can't really remember, but one that really sticks in my mind is Creed's Windflowers. Is that what it's called? Like last year it would have been Creed's Viking Flanker. Again, it's weird, it's garbage, it's subjectively, obviously some people love it. It just smells like loads of synthetic clashes, like a punch in the face with a cheese grater. It's like hairspray being just forced sprayed down your throat. It's not my cup of tea, but some people think it's beautiful and some people love it. I don't get it, but that's just me. So yeah, most disappointing release of 2022 is Creed's Springflowers, or Windflowers. My favourite fragrance purchase of 2022, I'm going to cheat again, it's my most recent, it's Portrayal from Amouage. It's just bloody beautiful, isn't it? Tobacco, jasmine, tuberose flowers, loads of flowers, nice, you know, mysterious musk, there's resins in it. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it comes in just the most beautiful bottle ever, really. So yeah, cheating quick one with that. My best purchase of 2022 is Portrayal from Amouage. So yeah, thanks Lizzie, thanks for the tag. It was a fun video to do that. You know me, I love talking and answering questions. I could do all day, every day. Yeah, so what about you? How would you answer any of these questions? Were there any surprises in there? Probably not. Again, thank you Lizzie, and do go check out her channel. Gotta keep this brief. Alright, thanks folks, bye.